So good morning. Sorry, I'm losing my voice, and welcome to Manic Boat Adventures. Well, today is the day we're moving the boat around. So we've got the seat out already. That's going to be taken and be refurbished. I'm just going to do a few short videos on this is what this channel's all about, really, on getting the boat all prepared, ready to take down to Cornwall. So I'm going to get it round to the loading bay. It's 7 o'clock now. I ain't got to be round there till 8, but I'll go round there in about 20 minutes. Just have a quick coffee, get myself all ready, make sure I've got everything. We're going to get it out. First thing I've got to do, because Nathan's got to get on and do the leg, is I'm going to acid the leg and get the barnacles off, and then start to take the anodes off. And you know the situation, you've seen them on my other channel, Manic Fishing, but this is what this channel's designed for. So I'm going to do a little series of videos doing the copper coat. We'll record George doing a bit of the polishing. We're going to put the couple of the dog stickers on and just go through the process. The whole engine's going to be serviced, so we'll get a little video of that, and try and talk you through the maintenance side of boating, really. So I'll switch it back on when we're round by the winch bay. There's the old camera's going off, but I'll switch it back on when we get around the loading bay, and we'll hoist the boat out, get it on a trailer, and get it blocked up. So I've just got the boat round. So at the hoist bay, I'm a bit early, but they're here. So on the first boat out, get it out, see what state the underside is. I mean, it was out in February, so it shouldn't be too bad, but it'd just be interesting to see. They're going to give it a good old blast off, but look at the barnacles on the leg. So I've got some brick acid and all of that, so we'll get all that done. And George, the guy who's going to polish it's going to come round and have a look. Hopefully Nathan's here today and he'll have a look, and all my parts are turned up, and we can see what state the engine's in, give it a good service, see what this overheating problem is. And I'm going to have the cam belt changed, and we haven't got the pulley system for it, but if it doesn't need changing, then we then it don't need changing. But if it does, then I'll have to order it, but it's quite a few quid. I think it's an extra 400 quid, but we'll see. I just want it right, because obviously we've got a lot of travelling to do. But yeah, we'll get it on the hoist in a minute and get it round to the yard, and the work will begin. So the boat's just going on to the winch now, and they'll hoist it up and then give it a jet wash. We'll have a look to see what the state of it is when it comes up. So all in all, if you have a look, it hasn't come out too bad. It always looks better when it's wet, but look at the leg. Yeah, it's come up really well. I mean, you can see where the anodes have been doing their job, but all in all, it's come up pretty good. So they're going to move it round, and we'll get it in there, and we'll start to do some work. So the boat's just coming in now on the tractor. I've got a nice little berth to put it in. As I said, the drive's come up lovely, so we'll start to get to work on it, and I'll show you the process. Basically, I'm just going to be concentrating on the leg, really. Get some brick acid on it, get it all sort of cleaned up, and then Nathan can change the oil on it, because it's done another 75 hours since. I've done 175 hours since February. So I do a lot of hours on it, and he'll change the oil on it again, and then a full service. But if I get the acid done on the and clean up the things and do the anodes myself, it just saves a bit of time and a bit of money. So I'll take you through the process. As I said, I'm no expert. I just sort of Google and do what I've got to do. But we'll let these guys get on, and I'll show you once I start doing the leg. Right, so I'm going to attempt to start to clean this leg and get the barnacles off. So what I've got is I've just got some builder's brick acid. I've got it in a spray, just got a spray bottle. So I'm going to put it in there, spray it around, let it do its thing. I've got wire brush and some other brushes, and we'll just try and get the worst of it off. And then I'll have a look at the anodes, start taking the anodes off, and yeah, just slowly plod on. So all I'm really doing is I'm just spraying this acid on and just letting it penetrate in and just giving it a go over. It's obviously taking some of the paint off as well with the primer, you know, the anti-fouls is a good thing because it's got to be stripped down and primed again and then resprayed. So I'm just really letting it work itself in. Brick acid, I'm doing it in these. I don't know if you're supposed to water it down a bit, but whatever. It's coming off okay, and the trim tabs they'll all come off. And once I've done that, then I'll attempt to take the anodes off. So I've just given it a good go over first time. Got most of the stuff off now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and take these anodes off now. There's two on each of these trim tabs. I'll try and take these off now and then give them a good clean over and just keep working my way around. So I'm back at the boat again today. George has been doing the he's done this side, which has come up lovely, really nice and shiny, and I'm just going to start to rub over the copper coat. We've got a little bit of an issue with the leg. One of the seals has gone, the oil's a bit milky, so he's going to try and do that. Yeah, so Nathan's taken the leg off. We've got a bit of, I don't know if you can see, the rest of it seems to be okay. We've got a little bit of a knock in, but the leg's in the back there. He's going to do it's got I think the seal gone here, so I'm getting water in, but yeah, another so I'll probably be in here a little bit longer than what I imagine, but we'll just have to wait and see. And I'm going to try and do something with this. I think I'm going to try and either get that tack welded or put something around that. So I'm just going to start and carry on and do the a little bit of the copper coating and just try and keep out of the way a little bit. So hi, obviously I'm making this video in a few few different days. So George has actually done the cutting on the boat, and I don't know if you can see in this light, but literally it's come up superb. I mean, obviously there's a few little gouges that probably I've done. You know what I'm like, banging in and out the lock, and a couple of little bits here, but it's come up beautiful. You can probably see the shine down this side better, but George is a bit OCD and he's not too happy with the blue, so he's going to come and do put some sort of wax affair on that. So I'm going to crack on. You can see where I've started my bit of my scouring down, but to be honest with you, the underneath is pretty good. Obviously it was out in February. I've got a bit of an issue with my swim deck. That's come down, so I'm going to try and get some sort of, really it's the well broke, but I think if I get a clamp round that just to hold that up, that should be fine. We've taken the Bernadette bit off and that's come up lovely. So I've got another sticker here that Trevor at Car Crazy made me up, and I'm going to put that along here, and it'll be sin because obviously I have my dustbin there. I've got my anodes on. I had a slight problem with my leg, the actual leg, when he emptied the oil, it was creamy, so the seal had gone sort of inside where the propeller goes. The rubber seal had gone, so not a massive issue, but another couple of 3 days, 2 days to get the parts, and then sort of a bit of time to fit it. So the leg probably won't be going on until Wednesday, maybe Thursday, and then I've just got to try and spray it. I'm going to spray it myself. So I've got, what have I got? I've got some prop primer, which I'll put a couple of sprays of that on, and then I've got somewhere in here, I've got the black anti-foul. My good friend Gaza is going to do it for me, but he can only do it on a Saturday. And I'll be honest with you, you know what I'm like. I want the boat back in the water as soon as possible. So I may attempt that myself. I probably, probably, well, I know for a fact it won't be anything like what Gaza will do, but I think at the end of the day, as long as it's reasonably smooth at the back, that's the only bit that hits the water. Does it matter? I don't think so. It's under the water, innit? But I'll try. If not, we'll see what we can do. My son's going to come on Saturday and Sunday, and I'm going to get that little bugger underneath here, because it's a bit, you know, he'll limbo under there. He's only 22, so we'll get him to do that. I'll do the top section. So I've got to do this. There's some little bits of, I think it always lays over heavier on this port side. So for some reason, I don't know whether the tank's this side, but it always lays over heavier. So I'll just give that a bit of a scratch off. It don't really matter too much. And just check, make sure all of these are okay and no bits in there. Oh, and we got to the bottom of the overheating, where the coolant pipe goes. He hasn't checked the impeller yet, but he's pretty sure that it's got some sort of like a calcium build-up of crap in the hose that could have caused it. So he's going to flush that through, and hopefully it'll be good to go. I've booked my trip to Weymouth, so I've booked myself in on the, I think I've booked myself in on the 17th. I do the Crew Saver survival sea survival course on the 15th, so I'm thinking around about, I don't know, 17th, 18th. I've booked myself in. I've got a free night there, and then I can fuel up there for sort of 80 odd p a litre from Andy, the mobile diesel guy. So I'm just going to crack on and clean all these areas up here. When the anodes come in, I'll put my 2 anodes on the other side there, try and sort this out, and just crack on with the other bits and pieces. So I'll just be doing, we'll stitch all the video together as one, but yeah, I'm just obviously filming as I'm going. But there's when George was working on it and Nathan, I couldn't really do a lot of filming. So anyway, yeah, well, you know, hopefully you'll get something from the video. I do one every year, but this is for Manic Boat Adventures, so it's just sort of showing you sort of the idiot's way of doing it, really. I'm no expert of it, but it's not too much rocket science. Just scuffing over the copper coat, getting the you know, you just sort of just got to scuffle it over, and I'm using these scouring pads, which are just cheap, and you're just really just taking off the surface, and then it's good to go. And yeah, I'm hopefully we'll get another, you know, year and a half out of it. And I'm actually making inquiries at the minute on a price of a brand new engine and leg, so that will be going to be going on, but that will be a brand new leg. I'll get a Bravo 3X, I've been told, which is more heavy duty, which will make this go a lot faster. It'll have a duo prop, so not that you get much of a prop walk anyway, because you know, you've got the bow thrusters, but that will be like a duo prop on it, so it will run much more economical and faster, which is what we're all about, and go from there. So I'll start to crack on and do the copper coat. We'll have a think about this issue here. Don't know quite what to do. trouble is, I don't think you can weld. Well, you can weld it, but it's yeah, I don't know. We'll we'll have to see. I think perhaps a clamper around here that goes under there and tighten up. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what we can muster. And I'll just keep you posted as I go. It's just started to rain a little bit. I've gone over the copper coat, just sort of down to about this pole here at the minute. I'm going to do the rest of just giving it a jet wash off, and I've put on my little doggy stickers. So I decided to put them at the back, and we've got the Bernadette one up there. I decided to put them at the back because I had a blemish here, a blue sort of mark here, so I thought let's put them there. And so yeah, just really finish off the copper coat. Had a little bit of bad news. I've got to buy something for the gearbox, which is, as you know, boats, another £1,000. So it's got to come from Japan, another 10 days. So looks like I'll be here for a little while, so there's no real rush. But yeah, just slowly getting it in order. My son will be down the weekend, and we'll get him underneath there. He's like a little ninja. He'll be under there doing all the scuffing of the copper coat up, and then just wait for these engine bits to come. Then yeah, I think it's time to put the brand new engine in, and then like you say, it's like a brand new boat again. But we'll continue. I'll get my boy underneath there, as I said, the weekend, and then when the part comes in from Japan, another 10 days, the leg will go back on, and then we'll do the spraying of it, the anti-foul spray of it. I've got a little I noticed I've got a little mark here which is worn through, so I'll just mask that up, and I just think I'll just put a bit of primer of the leg primer on there and some of that leg anti-foul spray on that bit. It's under the water, don't really matter if it's black, blue or green, does it? So I'll do that, and yeah, well, let's hopefully tomorrow will be a better day. Right, so it's Saturday. Sorry, I'm losing losing my voice a little bit. So I'm just waiting for my son to turn up, and I'm going to get the little bugger under here. He's only 22. He'll be like a little ninja, and we're going to scuff all that up. As I said, we got the stickers on. It's going to be a bit of a rainy day today, so we'll try and get it blasted out. My son and directions are, oh my God, it's like trying to explain how to get into, I don't know, a high security prison, but yeah, hopefully he'll be here in a minute. So we'll, they've kindly opened the gate for me so I can get the truck in, but basically we'll scuff it over. There's my attempts of, I had a little bit of glass showing through, so I've taped that up. I've given it 2 coats of primer, probably not to not to a great standard, but and then I'm just going to put some of that leg, it's black but it doesn't matter, just put a bit of that black leg anti-foul on it, and I'll work down this side, the easy side, and underneath, and we'll get the young un on the other bits and pieces. As you know, the leg, we're waiting for a part to come through. Anodes are on. A friend of mine has given me a couple of screws. That sounds like my son now. Here he is, baby man. Hello.
I'm not going to get there. I'm sticking with it.
Listen, can I? God's sake.
Can you what?
So finally my son has turned up. Took him ages to actually find out how to find out how to get in. Yeah.
I think so. Can you put that in?
Thank you. Hello, good morning.
So what we're going to do is we'll start on it. Excuse the voice. I'm going to put you on time lapse, but I'm sure it's not going to take him long to do, and we'll go from there. So this is baby man Max, who we've quite often mentioned in the videos. So we're going to do the scratching down. Right, okay, we'll get you on time lapse and go from there. So we seem to be getting on okay with it. We're going to give it a jet wash down there, see what it looks like, and then we'll see if it needs to go over again. I think my large wealth of experience and tutoring is bringing him on fine. So hopefully this is the one we call Baby Man. Known as Baby Man.
Stealing my jokes.
But he's seems to be doing quite well with it. So I'm going to get the jet wash down. I don't know where Skip's gone. He's buggered off somewhere. And I'll get the jet wash down, go over it with the jet wash. I'm going to take my give my little primer a rub down and give that one spray of top coat before I go. Right, so now we've gone over it just roughly. We're going to give it a good jet wash off and just see if there's anything else that needs doing. So we've got DJ Stupid on the jet wash. Let's hope he can operate it. There is an instruction manual down there somewhere. So I'm sure he'll be able to operate it. You watch Skip in a minute. He hates that. So we'll put him on time lapse for a bit and let's see if he can do it. So he seems to have got it all done. He's gone over it 3 times now. And we've jet washed it off. So I think we're pretty good to go. As I said, it was out in February and had a good scrub over, but it's just to get all the loose stuff off. At the minute I'm drilling the back here. I'll show you what I'm doing. I'm trying to mend this here, which is the deck. So I've clamped it down. I'm going through it with a section of drills, and I'm going to drill a hole and put it into this wood, and hopefully that'll hold it. Worst scenario is I'll have to put a bracket over there to hold that deck, but it's not going anywhere anyway. I'm just being a little bit finicky with it. But yeah, thanks for Max to come and help me in the end. All of my so-called social media friends have let me down, but they're obviously busy. But no, all jokes aside, I do get a lot of help. So next thing, I've just got to wait, I think 8 days more to get that shaft, which has cost me £1,000, and then get the leg back on, impeller changed. The coolant hose is what we think is the problem. It's built up with calcium and whatever, so Nathan's going to give that like an acid flush, and then hopefully we'll be back in the water. So we got John's boat coming in next to me on Monday, so I'm going to help Malcolm bring that round, and George, I believe, is going to put a little wax. He's not happy with the blue. He's more OCD than me, so fair play to him. He wants to do it, so he's got his little reputation on it. But George He's a fantastic guy. Yeah, he's done really well. All of that's done nice at the back, so we should put the back bin back on. Bernadette signs on, dog signs on. As I said, I would have liked to have put the dog sign really on the front, but there was a blue blemish mark here, and it just made sense to put it on there. I put myself into Weymouth for the 18th, and then hopefully down to Cornwall or Torquay. I'm going to stop at Plymouth and do some fishing with a good friend of mine, Ray Foster. You saw him on a previous video. We were out squid fishing. I've got loads of people who want to have a meet up with me, so I shall probably meet up with Oban, who I did a talk. Me and John Locker, we all did a stage talk at Boat Life. I'm going to meet the Chandlers, John and his two boys, Toby and John, and we'll going to go and do some fishing. I'm not going to get involved in the tuna competition. As I said, I'll be a little bit like a priest in a brothel, I think, down there. So I'm just going to go down and enjoy myself and have a bit of a respite. Hopefully well, or not hopefully, the voice will be back, so you'll have me annoying you on the camera. But this is just a little one for Manic Boat Adventures, and we'll do a little bit more when Nathan's putting the engine together, the leg back together, and a bit of the engine service. I'll try and get some bits and pieces of that. But watch this space to be continued. Right, so I'm back again. I've just had the seat all done. Grant's done, fitted for me. So it's all just been all upholstered, so it all matches the same as the one. And she's actually put a new piece here where I can put my maps and other bits and pieces. So we've cleaned all this up to the best. I suppose I could have had that sprayed, but it is what it is. So yeah, just really waiting for the parts at the minute. It said 10 days from Japan, so I don't know. I think they were ordered Thursday, Friday last week, so maybe we may get them, I don't know, Thursday, may get them Friday. But even if they're delivered on Saturday, Nathan probably won't be fitting them again until, say, Monday, Tuesday. So I may be able to get back in the water following, end of that week, hopefully before the weekend. The weather's not looking great. I think there's a weather opportunity tomorrow for the lads, which is Tuesday. But yeah, certainly won't be for me. I've got Manx Bell there next to me. John's still on holiday, so his boat's just been had a second coat of anti-foul on it. So he'll all be ready when he gets back from his holiday to go out and do his fishing. So yeah, at the minute just waiting for parts. So frustrating, but it is what it is. I'm booked into Weymouth on the 18th, but whether that's going to happen or not, I'm umming and ahhing really, because I don't want to get stuck down there on the weather. Navico, they want to do a staff training day. They take the staff out on the boat, on a couple of boats. I think me and Jason Williams, I know Jason said he's definitely going to go down there, so I've offered my services to go down there. So I shall perhaps go down to, if I don't get this trip on to Cornwall, which I really like to, what I probably will end up doing is having a word with John and probably driving down there and stay in a hotel for a couple of nights and then go out on his boat and do it. Otherwise, if I get stuck down there in this, for one, it's a lot of money to get down there in fuel. If I get stuck down there, I'm going to be knackered, if I'm down there for a few weeks. Pip's not super well at the minute. I've got to consider my mum as well. She's not in the best of health, so I think it's going to be foolhardy really to go all the way down there by sea. But yeah, you make the best of plans. I'm already booked into Weymouth for the 18th, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I've got to speak to David and see what his plans are. It's only a sort of couple of hours drive for him, hour and a half drive for him, so perhaps we do a bit of fishing around Weymouth. But I wanted to go and see my mate Ray in Plymouth and do some fishing with him. But yeah, it's just just end of September, then you got October, weather is always dicey in it this time of year, so I don't want to get stuck down there. But yeah, just waiting for the parts. We'll do a little video of the leg going back on. All the rest of the stuff's done. The engine cam belt's changed. I'm just giving the bit of a floor a bit of a scrub, and I'll go around, and all the polishing's been done now, but I shall do just give the general outside a bit of a clean and mess about really, and just wait for these parts. So yeah, let's see what happens when the parts come. Right, so we got the boat back in the water. We've just gone through. He's just got to top up the coolant and a little bit more oil, but we've got rid of the problems. So hopefully we'll get it round back on the berth, and then we'll be out fishing. Right, so I've just got the boat back to the berth. We're all nice and tied up, all nice and safe. Obviously this has changed my plans on my travelling. I think that the weather's going to beat me at the end of the day, and obviously this video has taken, you know, close to a month to get together, so I'll stitch it together the best I can, but hope you get something out of the video. There is going to be a brand spanking new 315 engine being put in this. I'm going to put a deposit down on it, and I'm going to get it fitted just after Christmas, but obviously I spent a few quid out on this one, so I want to get some use out of it. Yeah, it should be a rocket ship when she gets the engine in after Christmas. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so, and I'll try and get some more content out. I'm just really more intent on getting out and doing some fishing. Thanks for watching Manic Boat Adventures. Have a wonderful day.